everyone, welcome back to my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby. This is Sophia and I'm going to preview the items I am dropping in the shop on Friday at 5 p.m. I have 7 items I want to feature today, but stick around because you know that at the end I'm going to feature another small woman-owned business, and let me tell you, this one is quite special. You want a close-up? I'll give you a close-up now. I'm going to feature a jewelry company that is on Folksy. It's kind of like Etsy, but in England. Actually, the lady is from Scotland, and she makes those gorgeous pieces, entirely handmade. And by the way, I bought this one, okay? She didn't send it to me. Just want to say, I fell in love with it and I bought it. So if you want something like this, stick around. I'll tell you everything you need to know about her shop. Okay, back to my shop and my small business. First, I want to thank everybody who's purchased from my Frenchy and Tubby shop. You have no idea how big of a smile you put on my face. It's a success and I'm very happy. And I hope you're happy with your items. Please leave reviews. And you see what I'm doing on Instagram, right? I post your reviews. So if you don't want to review, you don't have to. But if you want to put a review up, I will feature it because I like a happy customer. Anyway, first item. This is actually mine. Yes, I'm still decluttering, believe it or not. How about this thing? Okay, so what is it? Well, some people call it a boat. Other people call it a kidney ball because it's shaped like a kidney. And it's crystal, cut crystal, brilliant cut style. Okay, so they make the shape and then they go with special chisel, and then they cut the glass while it's still kind of soft. When was it made? 1960s, and it's from Poland. It's really, really pretty. So what do you do with something like this? Well, obviously you can either serve food or you put plants. You know, you can use it as a planter like this. Right, I'm just giving you an idea. Obviously it's not going to look the same because I have white pots here, but you can use it to put your remote controls. You can use it to put candy. Holidays are coming. This is perfect for the what do you call it, fun size chocolates, you know, the mini Kit Kats and all of that. It's got really interesting designs on the edges here, on both ends. It's got this kind of like argyle type cut. I'm hoping I'm in focus. I think I am. So what happens with this side here, because it's got so many bevels, if the sun hits it, it's going to refract rainbows all over. It's a beautiful piece if you keep it in the sun. It really is. It's got so much sparkle, so much refraction on it. It's gorgeous. On the sides here, it's got a foliage. I wish I had something dark that I could show you. But anyway, it's got some foliage and a flower, kind of like a rose type flower, and it's on both sides. It's in perfect condition. There's no chip, nothing. The lady who had it really took care of it. There's minor scratches at the bottom, typical, you know, I mean, it's from the 60s. You know, it's been used. So they put stuff in there. There may be a couple of scratches here and there, but otherwise this is really, really nice. What a vintage piece. Ladies used to have stuff like that all the time in their home, and they were just displaying them, using them, and it was not a uncommon feature when you go to, even now, when you go to Grandpa and Grandma, to find pieces of crystal like this on a coffee table, bedside table, entryway. People liked pieces like this, and this one is really nice. But anyway, star pattern at the bottom. I'm letting go of it, even though I love it, but I'm decluttering. So, crystal from Poland. Next item. I would totally start a new collection, but I just don't have room for more collections, okay? These are Williamsburg pottery. They are called salt glaze type of pottery. You notice that they kind of like a satin, almost matte finish. They have the stamp at the bottom that says Williamsburg, Virginia. they are reproduction of the typical type of pottery that they used to make in Williamsburg, Virginia during the colony times. It has the floral pattern here in blue. The glaze on it is actually interesting because you think that it's a solid color, but it's not. It does have some variation of blues on it, and we're going to call it a tulip. Okay, I'm not sure if it is. I think it is a tulip, and they are entirely handmade. You can still purchase those at Williamsburg when you go and visit, so obviously they keep making them, but they make them the way they used to be made. And there are people who collect Williamsburg pottery. I sold quite a few in the shop, so obviously there's a demand for it. These are either beer mugs or they are very tall coffee mugs. The pattern is only on one side and not the other. They're in perfect condition, no chip, no crack, nothing. They've never been used, to be honest. Or at least it appears that they've never been used. They're really cool. They feel, you know, it's pottery, so it's got that organic, heavy, rough feel to it that a lot of people love about pottery. I like those. So Williamsburg pottery, we got two very large mugs. I think they are 12 ounces. Next item is this, and this is mine too, and for the life of me, I cannot remember where I acquired it. Did I buy it at a thrift store? Did I find it on the street? Can't remember. All I know is that I really like it, but I have no use for it. I used to have it on my secretary, and I had my pens and stuff in it. So what is this? This is a large milk pitcher. Typical type of piece that you would find in antiques shop. Back in the days, I'm talking late 1800, early 1900, so that kind of gives it an age. This is probably between 1890 and 1910, no more than 1910. Women would purchase plain white pieces of ceramic for the kitchen, for the dining room, and one of their hobby was to hand paint them. Here's another example, would be this plate right here. So you know that because they usually come with nothing at the bottom. There's maybe a number, but there's no manufacturer. They were just meant to be for hobby purposes. So ladies would spend the afternoon on, you know, after church on Sunday or whatnot in the evening, instead of doing cross-stitching or embroidery or sewing or music, whatever it was their hobby, they would hand paint pieces of ceramic. And this is an example of it. So this lady did a fabulous job, by the way. And I'm going to try to, I gotta switch glasses. Hold on, because can't see. Okay, that's much better. All right. So this lady painted bouquets of violets on one side. And then on the other side, right here. And then on the other side is a larger bouquet. And what I really like is that this little peekaboo violet right here in the front. She did the gold on it as well, and you can tell that this is in excellent condition. So it was barely used, probably just displayed. There's no fading on the gold. It's still there. Maybe a little bit on the top. Obviously a milk picture, but there is a lot of crazing, and that's what helps you determining the age of it. I'm going to give you a close-up. So crazing is what you see here as like a lizard skin type pattern. You see that? Okay. And the crazing is throughout the entire piece. So it wasn't meant to have this type of pattern on it. What it is that it's basically changes in temperature, possibly putting hot milk in it, frothed milk for instance, in a pot that is not warm enough. So it does have a lot of crazing, but it's typical for its age. It's really pretty. It's actually quite charming. You can use it to put flowers in it, or what I did, which was use it for pens. Cool. She did a good job. She really did. I can't do anything like that. She did a good job. It's pretty. Okay. When I come back, we'll talk about my next 4 items. Next item. When I go to Goodwill, I kind of linger quite a lot in the glassware. because there's always a piece in there that's hidden, that nobody noticed, nobody knows what it is, so they just put a price tag on it, and lo and behold, Waterford. This is, and I get upset when I see this. One, because it's a Waterford, and you know Waterford is Irish crystal, very well known. I got quite a lot in my curio. You know, my glassware, my stemware is Waterford, and a few vases. This was ditched and thrown at the Goodwill. I can only think of two reasons. One, they didn't like the person who gave it to them, you know, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, whatever. Or two, they didn't know how to clean it. You see how dirty it is at the bottom? And I keep on showing you dirty pieces on purpose because I want you to see them on picture once I've really cleaned them up. So this was somebody who had flowers in the vase, let the water dissipate and get all murky, and didn't clean the vase afterwards. And then they decided, I don't want to be bothered with cleaning, and they just throw it out. It happens quite a lot, okay? At the Goodwill, you're going to see quite a lot of that. It's in perfect condition. This vase is about $150 brand new at your local Macy's as a Waterford crystal. And it says Waterford. It's signed all the way here at the base, but they couldn't see it, I suppose, at the Goodwill right here, because it's hidden and masked by all the dirty at the bottom. So anyway, I grabbed it, and here we are. We have a Waterford vase that I'm going to clean. So how do you clean this? Very easy, super easy, okay? You throw some water, hot water at it. You throw about 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, and then a squirt of Dawn detergent. And then you give it a good swish, and you let it sit. You let it sit for about 15-20 minutes, and then you go in there. Obviously, my hand doesn't fit, so you get one of those, not a harsh brush, but like a foam brush or something that's medium, and then you just swoosh around until you get it out, and it will come out, and the vase will be brand new again. I don't get it. Why throw away a Waterford? But anyway, it could be yours. So it's got that crisscross pattern around it, and the pattern is called Araglin. Araglin, Araglin. I'm assuming that's an Irish name, maybe a town name. I don't know. I'm very ignorant when it comes to Irish stuff. I apologize, Irish folks. I just don't know. Araglin is the name. It's 9 inches. It's a pretty vase. I can't wait to clean it, actually. Some of my pleasure in doing this shop is to actually restore pieces. So Waterford, if anyone wants a Christmas gift for a loved one, why not get both? Before I talk about the other items, you see this, right? This is the stuff from the last video. I want to talk about this because somebody made a comment about swans, right, being hideous. We're going to buy all the swans, people, okay? We're going to buy all the swan. Every time I see a swan now, see, you started something. I'm like that. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to buy all the swans. I thought this was a Fenton. This is actually a, I think it's called Kawana. It sounds like the Rotary Club. It might be Kawana or Kahawa glass. Very vintage, cobalt blue. All right, coming up soon. Buy all the swans. Pottery. I featured these two in the thumbnail. Some of you may recognize the glaze on this. These are both Hager. Very different years. This is a much later year, 1980. This is much, much earlier, probably 1940s, 1950s. Hager is one of my favorite potters and is highly collectible. We're going to talk about this one first. A vase like this, when they made them in every color. So you could find blue, green, pink, orange, black, brown, red, and their trademark color, which is the one I have for my Madonnas, is that cream satin. This is very interesting because it's obviously a nod at both Art Deco and Art Nouveau. So it's very Art Nouveau on the top, and then here, and then the bottom right here is very Art Deco. So it's got a little bit of both, but it's definitely from the 40s. The vase has some hairline cracks. It's not leaking, but it has some hairline cracks. It's been used quite a lot. Somebody at some point loved that vase and used it. It has history. It has a story to tell. At the bottom it says USA 46, 48 something. Hager didn't write Hager at the bottom of their pieces. Very often they only had a sticker, and very rarely are you going to find the sticker still attached because most people remove the sticker, right? But it's a very interesting looking vase. I love the handle. So imagine if it didn't have the handle, it'd be boring, right? But put the handle on it and now you got something. I love the designs. I love this patina. It needs to be cleaned. But fair warning, it's got some crazing, it's got some hairline. It doesn't have any chip, all right? But it's been used quite a lot. Beautiful piece. If you're looking into Hager and you want to start collecting Hager, which I encourage everybody to do because they were very prolific as a company. They had so much stuff. The interesting thing about them is that they catalog everything except the Madonnas. Nobody has a catalog of the Madonnas. So no one, out of all of my collecting group, no one can tell how many Madonnas they actually made. So that's something. I think it's really cool that it's like a big mystery out there. So anytime somebody finds one that nobody's ever seen before, everybody gets super excited. But their white whale is the Black Panther TV light. If you find that at a thrift store or a garage sale, grab it. Okay, it's a Black Panther. If I find a picture, I'll put it here. That's crouching like this, but the back of it is hollow and had a light bulb in it. So you would plug it in and you would put it on top of your big TV. You know, TV used to be furniture back in those days, right? It was like in a big cabinet with the speakers on the side. You've seen them. So you would put that on top of your TV and it would light up, but the Panther would be backlit, but it would light up the wall. So it would not be harsh on your eyes. You would still have light. You could still watch TV, but you would have this really cool Art Deco piece on top of your TV. If you find it, grab it, okay? Because that's very sought after and you can make quite a pretty penny off of it. All right, the next one is from the 80s. Towards the end, Hager was sold a lot in department stores, JCPenney's, Sears, Macy's, Lord & Taylor, rather than the boutiques and all of that. This one is interesting because it's the same glaze than the other one, but they did something a little bit different on it, and I'm hoping it will show on camera. Do you see that stripe pattern? Right? And it's all around. It's so different. I've never seen a vase with that before, particularly Hager. So what they did is that they created a vase with the same white satin finish. They put it on the wheel, and then they dipped the brush in a color, and then they let the piece turn, and as it turned, they just apply layers of that brownish glaze. So it's all horizontal from top to bottom. It's very different. I actually kind of like it, and I love this almost like two hands holding it, the palm design on the side. Really good shape, no chip, no crack. This one doesn't have any crazing, doesn't have any hairline. It's really neat. Anyway, I love Hager. Okay. They would look beautiful together too, actually. So that was Hager. So that's coming up on Friday. All right. When I come back, one last item, and then I talk about this. Okay, so this is an item that you probably recognize because it was featured in a video where I took you thrift shopping with me. And would you believe I still haven't found it online? There's a picture of it on Pinterest, but it doesn't link to a shop. So I'm going to assume that this is actually rare. All right, this is Otagiri, Japan, probably late 70s, early 80s. And you know Otagiri, they make, well, here, the ones that I just picked, right? These are Otagiri. And I will sell them, by the way, with the cheap pot that has a broken handle, because I know that some of you want the cheap pot. But anyway, Otagiri, Japan, very well known for the ceramic. This one is a little bit different because it's a representation rather than abstract, which is what they usually do, is abstract. It's a big giant acorn. It's a cookie jar, you know that. Obviously you know that. And the top part is a squirrel eating a little acorn. Now, there's two things. One, it's missing the gasket, that little ring of rubber, easy to replace. Okay. It's got a chip right here. So when I purchased it, I was like, I don't know, it's got a chip, somebody gonna want it, not sure. But it's too cute to pass. Mr. Squirrel here, he's really cute. Isn't he cute? So he's eating his little acorn, right? Except that, oh no, he's got two chips on the top of his ears. So I was hesitating, do I want to put it up for sale because it's got chip? I don't like to put up stuff for sale that's damaged. This is not really damaged, but you know, it's the integrity of the piece is intact. So what do you do with this? It's super easy to fix, really. You grab a brown Sharpie, right? And you put your Sharpie on the part where it's missing the glaze, and you let the color get absorbed inside the glaze. And once you have the right match of color, you might want to add more, rub a little bit. Then you put clear nail polish. Boom, done. Okay, fixed. Some people actually enjoy doing stuff like that. So Otagiri, there's another little one here, and this piece got. I'll have to take that into consideration, that it has some damage, but it's such a rare piece, and a lot of people collect cookie jars. Sometimes on the Facebook Marketplace, I see somebody selling the collection, hundreds. And they're quite big, so they must have like some serious storage. Hundreds of cookie jars from all eras. This one's really cool. Okay. Can we talk about this? I want to feature another woman business. And I'm doing this as a way of giving back, because you're supporting, it's time to change glasses, because you're supporting my small business, and it's only fair that I give a shot and exposure to other businesses as well. And again, if you have an Etsy shop or a small business and you're a woman, whether you're struggling or not, please reach out to me and I will feature you in a video. This lady, her shop is called Debra Susan Handmade Jewelry. And she's actually coming to you out of Scotland. She reached out to me and said, Sophia, I have not an Etsy shop, but a Folksy shop, which is basically the UK's version of Etsy. And I'll put screenshots here so you can see it. So she reached out to me and she said, look, I make those beaded jewelry by myself, and I'm about ready to close shop. So I said, all right, let me look at it. And I looked at the page and I saw this. And I said, I'm buying it. Forget it about, you know, talking about exposure. I'm buying it because I fell in love with this. And I will absolutely give you another close-up. Look at what this lady makes. Okay? Don't mind my crummy nails. Entirely handmade. And I gotta be honest, it doesn't give it justice on camera. The color is off on camera. It's more of a rose gold with the purple, and the bead is a rust color. Man, are you talented, Deborah? I don't know how she makes it. I don't know. So it comes with the chain, right? And it's super super cute. Matter of fact, it's so cute that I'm getting a lot of attention at work. The ladies want to know where I got it, and one of my coworkers wanted the link to the shop. So Deborah, I hope she did purchase one. So here's the shop. Now the thing is, she makes them by hand. So right now she may only have one or two of each pieces. Obviously she's going to make them to order if you order them from her. Mine came in within a week. She shipped it right away. So I got it within a week, and I paid £45 for it, which is about $48. Once I had the shipping and everything, it was $48 for this piece. And let me tell you, with the chain and everything, well worth the price because it's stunning. And I think it's going to be one of my signature pieces now because I really like it. Deborah, you got to make rings and you got to make earrings to go with this, okay? Because I want a set. I want an absolute set. So she makes this one in different colors. You can get it in white, in blue, whatever birthstone. If you have a specific color in mind or you want a specific design, don't hesitate, ask her. She said she would make them. I want her to be so overwhelmed with back orders before the holidays because I don't want anybody to lose their shop. Okay? This lady is talented. There's no reason why she's not getting sales. It's really nice work that she does here. She also does owls. If you like owls, she has a whole owl collection. She makes bracelets. She has some earrings. She has those pendants and different ones. Debra Susan Handmade Jewelry. Go check her out. Please understand that if you see a piece that is sold out, you have to contact her and then she will make one for you. Okay, she'll make it to order, but you'll have to wait. So if you're trying to find gifts for the holidays, don't order 5 days before Christmas because that ain't happening. She's not going to be able to make it. But I want her to be overwhelmed. All right, so let's saturate her shop and give her a major boost. This is really nice. It's unique. You're not going to find that at the store. Everybody's going to look at it and says, where did you get this? I want it. Please give them the link. All right. Debra Susan Handmade Jewelry on Folksy. Some of you may be perplexed. You may be in a state of perplexity as to why is Sophia promoting other people's business? Because I'm not threatened by other women. I'm not threatened by other women. I want women to be successful. Okay? I want women to have businesses and I want you to be successful in your business. I don't care if you do better than me. Please, knock yourself out. I know my limits. Time is one of them. Consistency is another. So am I ever going to be 100% where I need to be with this business? Probably not. But that doesn't mean that I can promote you to be there because you probably have more time than I do. So please promote. Don't be afraid of promoting other people's businesses. There's I don't want to get into the globalism debate or whatever, but small town shops, mom and pop shops, and small little tiny boutiques are dying. They're dying. And the reason why they're dying is because mass market offers more affordable prices, and I get it. So you probably go to, I don't know, name the shop, Target, and find something like that for $8. So you're going to buy it, but it's mass produced and it's not made by somebody who put their heart and passion into it. And sometimes that's what you pay for in a little shop. You pay for the heart, the passion, the hard work, the hours put into it, whether it's to make something or to process something. That's what you pay for, is the work that's behind it. Because it's only one person doing all of it when you have a small business like this. It's just Deborah, just like it's just Sophia. It's just us. So, yeah, support a small business and a woman-owned business. That's it. That's my little chit-chat and preview for Friday. I hope you're looking forward to this. What would I keep? Well, the two items I'm letting go of, obviously, that were mine, the kidney and that sounded weird. The kidney and this. Obviously, I would not keep them. I would keep the Waterford because I have quite a few small vases like this. And small vases are great, actually. Sometimes you have a big bouquet that's fading. Don't throw all the flowers. Keep the ones that are still good. Reduce the size of your bouquet. Put them in a smaller vase. I know that's what I do. And then I would keep this one. This Hager here. Because it matches my Madonnas. And I really like this shape of it. The handles is what makes it. I'll say it again. The handle here is the vase. It's designed beautifully. That's what I would keep. Okay. But I'm in the business of having a business, so they're going up for sale. Friday at 5 p.m. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you know somebody who's always looking at vintage stuff and may be interested. You may have a Hager collector in your life, or a Williamsburg, Virginia pottery collector in your life. And subscribe right in the corner so you don't miss another video. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge, the Esty Shop, link up here, down below, Frenchy and Tubby, and Patreon, patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. By the way, if you're on Patreon, did you know there's a free membership now on Patreon? So you can follow the Patreon page. You'll get notification when I post stuff, but you don't have access to it. You only have access to the stuff that I post for everyone. So I'm going to try to post more everyone stuff on the Patreon page, but understand that you're really not going to get the full experience because it is a paid membership. We're at 288 right now. Come on, we're getting there. We're going to be at 300 by the end of the year. All right, join my Patreon. You won't regret it. Totally different content. Super, super, super personal. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.